Hey guys, this video isn't a Sonic Speed Simulator video, I'm just grinding a Sonic Speed Simulator right now. The main part of this video is Bye Bye Night. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. So, 8 days ago they scheduled the maintenance, game went down, right. We thought it'd be a few days. It has not been a few days, it's been a week. I started thinking, hey, maybe it'll come back up for the Whispers of the Gift event update, which was gonna be in 2 days. Keyword was. It closed 8 days ago. Undergoing maintenance. Yep. I'll read this out for y'all, in case you're just listening to this. Regarding the prolonged maintenance plus Whispers of the Gift update. We understand that the maintenance period was drawn out for a lot longer than expected, and we are sorry for the frustration that this has caused, as we have not been able to say anything on the matter. Number one, that's kind of concerning, because to our knowledge, with how this game is, there could be a copyright problem, there could be an internal problem, there could be a Roblox problem. Remember, Roblox is going to switch systems soon, I'm pretty sure. Where they're going to have, like, the thing where developers need to have a certain subscription in order to make games. I'll continue. We understand that people enjoy the game, but we do need time to make sure everything is fine on the back end. Which I can understand. It's just, I feel like it was a weird time for them to do it. I'll explain that after. Please be aware of the following. Due to maintenance and these major changes, with some of the stuff being out of our control for the time being, as we work on fixing it all together, we do not have a set time when we will be able to get out of maintenance, or will be out of maintenance. And the Whispers in the Gift update is delayed until we can make sure everything is good to go. We're currently multitasking between the update and the maintenance stuff, which has hindered progress, but it will allow us to make sure that this update is the best it can be. I announced the update way too early, and this has caused some stress on our end to make sure we have everything satisfactory to our team, in which I will make sure that we do not have this mistake again. We will get back to you all as soon as we can, and follow-up announcements with more clarity will. I'll reread that. And follow-up announcements will, with more clarity, will also. I'm rereading that. That sentence feels mobile. It was cut off, but on here it looks weird. We will get back to you all as soon as we can, and follow-up announcements with more clarity will also be made over the period of this maintenance. We aim to be as transparent as possible, and we're doing the best we can. Thank you for your patience. Bye bye 19. That was such a weird wording sentence. I don't know why it made me struggle so long. Okay, let's take some points from this. Number one, sorry for the frustration it caused. As we have not been able to say anything on the matter, please be aware of the following due to the maintenance of the main changes, with some stuff being out of our control for the time being, as we work on fixing it all together. And we do not have a set time going. Number one, I feel like they should have known not to give it a. They shouldn't have gave this whole thing, this update, right? They shouldn't have gave it a specific date so early. Because they gave it a date before, and then it was like, yeah, we gotta delay it till the end of May. And we were like, okay, cool. But I feel like they should have done how they did the launch of the game, where they gave us a time period. So they should have said, like, May to June, and not May 30th, or whatever. Because back then, it was like, yeah, it could come out between February and April. I think it was something like that. And it did come out during that time. At the same time, I'm just like, kind of disappointing just because of the fact that they knew they had to do maintenance sooner or later, and they knew that they had the Whispers of the Gift update. So my thing is that, why don't they just focus on the maintenance to get the game back up, then place their focus back onto the Whispers of the Gift update? Because I really don't see a purpose of splitting it up. Plus, there's a chance that they kind of remove any new people, because the game is currently down, no new people can join the game. And they also kind of remove the chance at making some money. Because, well, like I said, as the game is down, no one can buy the VIP and no one can buy the salvage. So I think the prolonged maintenance is kind of causing them trouble just because they're focusing both the maintenance and the update. They should focus maintenance first. Full focus. Because once maintenance is done, because we don't even know why they went on maintenance. My thing is that they're probably fixing up some code in the background, but at the same time, they should have been more transparent ahead of time with this. Like, they should have said, hey, eventually we're going to have to do maintenance, and we're probably going to do it before our next killer. Because killers are more complicated than the survivors. That's why they were probably able to get the technician in so easily. And even then, the technician isn't that great. And also remember, they had to already cut some things out of this update. They couldn't do the new survivor. They have to do they're doing an overhaul for fighter instead. So yeah, regarding the prolonged maintenance, they basically talk about it, but they're still vague. That's one big problem. They're very vague about this. Hold on, what's up? The problem for me is that they state here he announced the update too early. Yes, and you should have just gave us a month time period so that your people could have been like, hey, we have till at like maximum end of June, we're good. They saw how this went for Outcome Memories, and I know they did because they have Romeo on their lore team. So of course Romeo himself knows how that stuff goes. I mean, what do you mean? Romeo's on this team. He may be in the lore, but he knows what giving a date happens to. They gave a date for 2.0. They came out with 2.0 on Outcome Memories, but they couldn't get everything in 2.0. They could only get a certain amount of things out. And I say certain amount of things because they didn't have Fleetway, which was supposed to originally come in 2.0. But then, because of his balancing and stuff, he couldn't come in. Now, here's the thing. I feel like there's a solution to this that's very easy. And my solution to this is have an update where there's a killer. And then have an update where there's a survivor, and then an update with a map. And then you cycle to a new killer, a new survivor, a new map. It's kind of like that right now, where we got the game, so we got the maps. We got a kind of killer where we got the Innard update with all his skins. And then we got the technician. And the problem is, I feel like they're adding too much into one update. I feel like a killer should be a single update, a map should be a different update, and a survivor should be a different update. Or focus on getting a killer out, but then later on add a map and a survivor. I feel like they did just promise too much in an update in such a short span. And from now on, they should just give, like, yeah, in these months, we'll probably have the update out. And also, I feel like they're talking about they'll have announcements with more clarity over the period of this maintenance. And we aim to be as transparent as possible, and we're doing the best we can. Well, one problem is that, number one, they didn't say beforehand how long this maintenance was going to take. And also considering that they wanted a female, I think it's in some announcements. No. I don't know where it was. I remember seeing something. It was some announcement asking for. Oh, I think it's on Twitter. The sound announcer, like the sound composer, he was asking for anyone that could do lyrics for the what's the hoax skin. And that's kind of scary because it makes it sound like they're having to redo the song because they placed a Living Tombstone song into it. I don't know. Because also, I'll be honest, that's probably the worst song they could have placed in there, considering that they're literally tied to Scott Cawthon. Because they've been appearing in the movies, in the credit scenes. I don't know. I'm glad that they're honest that they're being prolonged, but I think it's bad that we only learned that there was going to be even longer maintenance because of someone mentioning in the general and stuff, being like, yeah, news coming out soon. I'll make sure to post it today. And number one, it wasn't even that day. It took like 2 days for them to mention something. And then number one, they mentioned it only 2 days before what they had planned for the Whispers of the Gift update. I feel like they should have just told us, hey, the update is delayed until after we get maintenance out. And they should have focused on maintenance first so that people can actually get back to playing the game. Because originally I was like, oh, maybe they're doing maintenance so that they can do better testing for the Whisper of the Gift update. But no. It doesn't seem to be what it is, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm sorry for it taking so long. It's just, I personally, this small message, I got a lot out of just because of the fact that it kind of just makes me a little angry that they literally have people on their team that has seen the effects of giving a certain date out. And yet they still gave a certain date, and they still gave certain details. Then they proceed to choose to do maintenance before that update. Give us no context on why maintenance was all of a sudden pushed. And they have weird scenarios going on around it, like the hoax skin, like the hoax skin LMS sound, or the other things, you know. It's just kind of weird that they didn't learn from what other games have done and fallen for it. Like Outcome Memories. They literally have someone on their team who's seen the problems with Outcome Memories. But yes, that's it for now. Okay? Do as you will. I'll probably just screenshot this and make it my thumbnail so people can just read it straight off of that. Okay. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace.